sound. There is a land that is full of natural resources. We take divided us to the colonization. No, we are generous and industrious. Naturally, educationally, mentally, you can check out the world. Mbano vya kelele, mama papa can go see different because vya kelele, anywhere you from, around the world. Mbano vya kelele, come and see who we are because vya kelele, ndemboa, vyano vya kelele. You are welcome. Welcome to Biafra. It's about all you want. Ever believe you are welcome. Sirani, Mose Pamina Karaka, Before Nigeria Boganiru, Organira de Paruagari, Chupo Kika Magani, Napaya Keke Boutique, Mano Yakelego, Mama Papa Japuni Pajibility, because Yakelego, anywhere you from, Maradu, Mano Yakelego, come and see who we are, Yakelego, Yakelego. Welcome to Biafra. Biafra, everybody sing you are welcome. Quality education, we can be partners. If you're ready for innovation, Macanina, Gigafuna, the talented to be better.
what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth, to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isobo. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
Welcome. Thank you for joining, wherever you're joining from. I appreciate every one of you that have joined me on this broadcast today. I appreciate you. I thank you for being part of this broadcast today. I appreciate you. If you are joining from Biafra land, you are joining from Asia, you are joining from Europe, you are joining from America, from Australia, from Canada, from New Zealand. Whichever part of the world you are joining this program from, I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide you, protect you, secure you, give you safety, and continue to keep you until Biafra comes, as Biafra is coming with a speed. I appreciate you as you join the program. I thank you so much for being part of the program. You are the reason why I'm here, and as long as you continue to show off, as you continue to join the program, I will continue to be here to bring updates and informations on things that are going on. No matter how they try to stop us, no matter their blackmail, their propaganda, no matter all the attack they bring, we will never stop. Instead, it will make us get stronger. It will make us fight more. Every little thing you see today that is happening encourages us to fight more. Everything that happens today makes us to know that we have a responsibility to restore Biafra. As we are marching on into Biafra land, we will not leave any stone unturned. We will not leave any stone unturned. And you can see that the movement have taken a new dimension. You have seen that we have taken a bold step. For a very long time, so many things are happening. As the stage we are now, we are in a time where everybody has to be carried along. And I tell you, with the strategy and steps our spokesperson is taking, There is nothing that will stop us from getting Biafra in 2023. For those who are coming to this very platform for the first time, please, I beg you in the name of Chukwuka Kabia, kindly click like and share. Like and share to any platform you belong. Share to our friends, share to our foes, share to anybody. This is the radical evangelism that Master Simon Ekpa has given us charge to carry out. In that radical evangelism, it involves sharing videos and make it go viral. It involves liking video when you come to broadcast. It involves making everything possible that the message of Biafra goes far. It involves the fact that you will make us stand strong and make sure that they do not take away this message from us. You are going to play a role. I will play my own part. And every one of us, when we put our heads together, you see that we will be unstoppable. If you are coming here for the very first time, I appreciate you, and please go to the comment section and make sure you make your comment, and also make sure you click the notification as you subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click notification as you join if you are coming for the first time. And for those who are coming regularly, I appreciate every one of you, and I want to welcome those who are commenting on the comment section that have come. I appreciate my beloved sister Diana. She's always here supporting me, and those are the people who are making sure that this program continues. My beloved sister Diana, I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Ebere Nwobo, I appreciate you, Ebere. Thank you for joining, Ebere. I appreciate you, Ebere, for being part of the program today. Okoye David, I appreciate you, Okoye. Thank you so much for joining, Okoye. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you for your support, for your comments, for joining and making it part. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being part of the program. Benjamin Uche, I appreciate you, Benjamin Uche. Thank you so much for joining, Benjamin. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. May Chukwu Okikabi continue to guide and protect every one of you. Martins Augustine, thank you for joining. Martins, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Joy Patrick, thank you so much for joining. Joy Patrick, I appreciate you for joining. Joy Patrick. Nejika Kajetan, thank you for joining. Nejika Kajetan, I appreciate you for joining. Everybody, those who are commenting, those who are not commenting, a better Okafo, anyone that is commenting, those who are watching, those who are commenting, those who are not commenting, I say may Chukwu Okikadiama continue to guide and protect every one of you. Amechi Jonas, this is one of my brothers who is always here. These are the people that are making sure that I always come online to broadcast. These are the bread and the supports. They are always here sharing videos, liking and sending videos to all angles. I appreciate every single one of you that have joined this broadcast. Whether I mention your name or I didn't mention your name, you are special and you are part of the struggle. In this platform that we are, this is an autopiloted platform, autopiloted by Chukwu Okikabiama himself, under the spokesmanship of Master Simon Ekpa and on the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is where we stand. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, unchallenged, unchanged. As long as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still alive in our midst, he remains the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, autopiloted by Chukwu Okikabiama. I appreciate every one of you. And today, as usual, we, the autopilot, always come to encourage each other. We don't come online to play saga. We don't come online to preach hate speech. We don't come online to talk unnecessarily, to gossip. We come online to set the record straight and to debunk every single lie against us. Every single lie against our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa. Every single lie against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Every single lie against the autopilot and against Biafra as a whole. We come online to debunk them each time we see them and to tell the world the exact situation in Biafra land, the truth and nothing but the truth. No addition, no subtraction. That is what we do here. This is not a platform for gossip. It's a serious platform where we set the record straight, say it the way it is, autopiloted by Chukwu Okikabiama himself. I appreciate every one of you who have connected and joined. I say may Chukwu Okikabiama continue to guide you, protect you, and secure you. Today, we are going to talk about a very important issue. We are going to discuss about a very important issue. This very issue is something on board. You know, each time When you see issues that came out and when they begin to peddle their lies, we come here to shred them into pieces. A lot of things have been happening in few days now. We have seen so many things. Things are gradually changing and taking shape. As it stands today, there is nobody, no man living in the zoo today will pretend that they don't know what is going on. They cannot pretend anymore to say they don't know the situation of the Biafran people. They can no longer pretend to say they do not know the people who are in charge, making sure that things goes right. I can tell you that today, our case is before the whole world, and they can see it and see it clear. For a very long time, there has been several denials on the situation of things. They have called us different kinds of names, ranging from miscreants to irrelevant to children to amateur. So many different kinds of names have been called. But we don't. That didn't stop us. It didn't stop us because we know who we are. The name that the enemy calls you doesn't matter. What matters is whom you are. What you could come and say you are. They called us terrorists, called us different kind of things. But we know whom we are. Chukwu Okike Abiyama has not called us those names that call us. Chukwu Okike Abiyama called us his own chosen children. His own chosen people. That was why he gave us a land flowing with milk and honey and told us to protect that land and defend it. That is exactly what we are doing today. To protect that land that Chukwu gave us and defend it with the last drop of our blood. We cannot sit back and watch anybody disorganize that land that was given to us. We cannot allow that. There has been several kinds of lies they told against us. There have been several kinds of propaganda against us. But I tell you, in all those lies and propaganda, they are failing one after the other by themselves. None of them holds water. None of them. Even before we begin to counter them and speak, Chukwu Okike himself raised voice that speaks on our behalf. It is clear we do not have any representation in the zoo. We do not have any representation in the Nigerian government. But each time Chukwu Okike will do his work for us, he will raise somebody among them. That is why I say that even if we refuse to fight for Biafra, being that Biafra is the mandate of Chukwu Okike, he will raise an enemy to fight for Biafra. And that is what is happening. Chukwu Okike can use anybody he deemed fit to favor his children. Every single step they take, thinking that it's against us, will be to our own favor. All things will work for good to them that love Chukwu Okike. Because the Biafran people are the chosen people. The Biafran land is a chosen land. The old southeastern region, which is the present south and the southeast with the lower Benue, they are in the hand of Chukwu Okike and they are protected and secured in the hand of Chukwu Okike. And no man born of a woman can take away that land from us. This is a fact and truth that has to be established. If you are thinking in your dream that you are going to chase us away from our land or take it over, you are a dreamer. That thing you are pursuing will consume you. If your dream is to sell our land to the enemy, if your dream is to take our land or sell our land out or sell our people out, you will be consumed. That your evil plan will consume you. And you will never succeed. Today, it has become very clear, the situation. It has become very clear that today, the autopiloted IPOB, under the spokesmanship of Master Samuel, is in charge. They are genuinely seeking for the freedom of the people. It has become clear. You know, initially, people, they begin to call us different kinds of names, begin to use different kinds of ways to describe the IPOB, autopiloted by Chukwu Okike. They accuse us of several things, of killing, of destabilization, of taking bribe, of what and this and that. But finally, as the day draws near, it becomes clearer and clearer and clearer who is who. It is becoming clearer and clearer and clearer who is standing where. It is becoming clearer and clearer who are those who are pushing the gospel of Biafra genuinely. You cannot pretend for too long. You cannot hide for too long. The truth will always surface. That is why today you can see confessions continue to come. Today, you can see those who are fighting us are defending. You can see people going on defense today. And I tell you, today, it has become clear that the only mission, as I have always said, our only mission as the autopiloted IPOB is to defend Biafra land, to secure the life and property of Biafran people. That is what we're after. It is never our intention to take the life of any Biafran. It is never our intention to take the life of our neighbors. It is never our intention to take the life of our visitors. It is never our intention to destabilize Biafra land. Our intention is to make sure that the Biafra land is intact, that Biafra land is secure, that every life and property in Biafra land is completely secure. That is the mission of the autopiloted IPOB that we've been pursuing for a very long time. And people, our enemies, paint a different picture, try to let the world know that we are doing a different thing. But today, it has become much more clearer than ever. From the confessions in the conventional media, confession in social media, confessions everywhere. And finally, yesterday, our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa, came on board to answer a very relevant question. You know, for a very long time, they have been peddling this issue of who is in charge or who is not in charge. They first of all started by saying that Mazi Simon Ekpa has no influence. Some call him Mr. Nobody. Some say he's childish. Some say he's acting irrelevant. Some say he's calling him different kinds of names. Did he stop us? He never stopped us. Those name calling never distract Mazi Simon Ekpa. He remained consistent pursuing that which he's pursuing because he knows where he's heading to. Whenever you know where you are going, you don't have to be afraid. The people who deviate, people who fall by the side are people who didn't know where they don't know where they are going to. They have never known where they are heading to. And they don't have no idea. Along the road, they get confused. But for those of us who know where we are going and who sent us, we have been standing on the same platform, pursuing the same agenda since Mazi Nandekan was kidnapped up to this very moment. The same template of Mazi Nandekan we have been holding it on. Biafra or nothing. Unbribable. As Mazi Nandekan have said, there are people that are unbribable. Mazi Nandekan is number one. Our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa, number two. And every other autopiloted that have stood strong with all the wave that blew last year, they are still standing up to today. They are unbribable. And every one of us will walk into Biafra safe and sound and strong. And no man will stop it. Today, it has become very clear that as they were arguing and asking who is in control, who is in control, who is it? He's not in control. He doesn't know. He doesn't know ESN. He doesn't know what. Our spokesperson was busy putting things in order until we got to the stage where we are now. They are now confessing. The whole world is hearing and they are confessing. The enemies are confessing. The zoo is coming. The Department of Support are confessing that the man that is in charge of the affairs of the Biafran people today is our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa, just as Mazi Nandekan directed. Just as Mazi Nandekan wanted, because that was the message he sent, an express message he sent, that Mazi Simon Ekpa should pilot the affair until he comes out. They try to truncate it, they try to take him out, they try to blackmail him, but because his mandate wasn't initiated by him, Chukwu Okike initiated that mandate through Mazi Nandekan, and the anointing was transferred to him. With all the attack they brought, they failed. And today, Mazi Simon Ekpa have risen to the peak, and the whole zoo is confessing that he is in charge of the affair in Biafra land. That is why you'll be hearing what you hear on the media for the past few days. On the past few days, they have been saying, if you release Mazi Nandekan, what about Mazi Simon Ekpa? He's the one in charge. He's in control. He's in control. The other people don't have control. Mazi Nandekan may have loose control. Is Mazi Simon Ekpa is in charge? Finally, they are confessing. But to tell you that Mazi Simon Ekpa is more than genuine, with all those kind of confession, he never moved Mazi Simon Ekpa. Mazi Simon Ekpa have never one day claimed leadership. He has never one day claimed leadership. He remains the spokesperson of Biafra. He say it again and again, and he still confess the disciple of Mazi Nandekan. He has never changed. Today, he's still standing, he's firm, doing what he's supposed to do. They began that propaganda. They brought it. That Master Simon Ekpa is the one controlling. He's the one. Some say his move is violence. He's the violent one. He's the violent one. Mazen Nandekano is the silent one. Mazen Nandekano is calm. He's genuine. Mazen Nandekano is very understanding. Today, Master Simon Ekpa is not understanding. He is very arrogant. He is very using different kinds of language. But at the midst of all those rubbish, you come to identify that they have accepted that today the autopilot under the spokesmanship of Master Simon Ekpa and on the leadership of Mazen Nandekano, they are in charge through the spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa. Absolutely in charge, unchallenged. You can't contest that. Take it to the bank. They have said it. And they try to say, if you release Master Nandekano, he's not going to be free. If you do that, he's not going to be free. Well, yesterday, our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, yesterday, have thrown a challenge, an open challenge. And I tell you, that challenge have nailed every evil they are planning. You saw when they started shouting, release Mazen Nandekano, all the governors become social media warrior. And they're asking, release Mazen Nandekano, release Mazen. And we told them, if you want Mazen Nandekano to be released, you know where to go. Not on the social media. You are a governor. You are a lawmaker. You are in the Senate. You are in the House Assembly. Why don't you start from your office, raise up a letter, speak up as a voice, gather your people and do the needful and bring Mazen Nandekano? Because Mazen Nandekano has no case. The court of the zoo have freed this man. And where you see their wickedness and their evil agenda is when you begin to see them say, give you Mazen Nandekano for what? For what reason? Mazen Nandekano, somebody who doesn't have case. What a genuine person is supposed to say is you come out and say, release Mazen Nandekano, let him go, obey the court order. As simple as that. Go to Abuja, tell them, obey the court order. You don't beg about it because he's free. We are not talking about begging or amnesty or whatever. He has been discharged from the court. So why are they still holding him? But to see the evil in their heart, they can't go with the right direction. They are going through different angles with their lies and propaganda, trying to win the heart of the Biafran people through their cunning way. To play on the intelligence of the Biafran people through their cunning way, but they think we are foolish. Biafrans are not foolish. Biafrans are smart. Your calling for release of Mazen Nandekano will not just make us to forget that you have killed a lot of Biafran people. It will not make us to forget that you invited military to kill our people. It will not make us forget the genocide that has been committed in Biafra land. House and properties that were destroyed. We cannot forget. We will never forget. No. Your forgiveness is in the hand of Chukwu Abiyama, not we. We will not forget. But to nail them finally, our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, came on his program yesterday and he gave them a charge. An open challenge. Since their fear and trouble is who is in command, who is going to take charge, who is going to talk to Master Simon Ekpa. Since that is their fear, Master Simon Ekpa has come to his hallowed platform to give them his word. Release Mazen Nandekano from now till 22. As soon as Mazen Nandekano is released and we see him in Afari Beku, free, the sit at home will stop automatically. The 2 days sit at home will be called off. And the situation of the Biafra land will change automatically, which is a fact. Mazen Nandekano will resume office. Mazen Simon Ekpa, through that statement, have made it clear that Mazen Nandekano, no matter wherever he is, remains the supreme commander of the indigenous people of Biafra. But as long as he remains in the cage of the DSS, as long as he remains there, it is the responsibility of those of us who are outside to make sure that he's being released. Everything to do to make sure that Biafra comes, to make sure that Mazen Nandekano is released, is in our shoulders. We don't take order from the camp of the enemy. No. We will not take order. Master Simon Ekpa have explained it time and time again, and he now made it very clear. He told them, from now till 22nd, if you are serious with all those clamoring you are making, you know where to go. You are not a social media warrior. You don't come and shout the way we are shouting. We are helpless. There's no way we can be able to communicate except from online and the way we shout and talk so that the world can hear us. But you have an office. You have the direct number of the people you're supposed to meet. You know the offices you have to step into. Go and begin to think of what to do. Get Mazen Nandekano out from now till 22nd. As soon as Mazen Nandekano comes out, everything ceases. This is a word from a man. A word from Biafrans. Since your fear of releasing Mazen Nandekano is Mazen Simon Ekpa, what he's going to do? Is he going to stop? Is he going to continue? Our spokesperson, Mazen Simon Ekpa, made it clear that as soon as Mazen Nandekano is released, he ceases and Mazen Nandekano takes charge. And everything you are afraid of, you don't need to be afraid of. The sit at home automatically, Monday sit at home will be dead. The 2 days sit at home, 23 and 24, will cease. This is a promise. And you know, Master Simon Ekpa, when he stands in his hallowed platform and say a word, he will stand on it. But of course, these criminals, we know that they are not sincere. Every one of us that is watching, we know that this, you can never ever trust a politician. These people can lie at every given minute. They can lie with their parents, they can lie with their children, they can lie with their life, they can lie with anything. And you dare not trust a politician. And we cannot trust them. Never. That is why that challenge was given. And we know they're going to fail. They will definitely fail. And if they fail, 23 and 24 will be a total lockdown in Biafra land. 24 and 23 will be a total lockdown of Biafra land if we didn't see Mazen Nandekano. Since they are joining us in the clamoring, we are going to make them speak. We will help them to speak the language that the Zoological Republic understands. They join us in calling for the release of Mazen Nandekano. Fine. Well done. Good job. Every one of them have joined us, the politicians, the governors, they have joined us to call for the unconditional release of Mazen Nandekano. Fine. Good job. But we are going to teach them how to do it well. 23, 24. We are going to teach them that we speak in unity. We speak in one voice, not scattering from, we make sense when we talk. If we don't see Mazen Nandekano from now till 22nd, 23rd and 24th, it will be a total lockdown of Biafra land. And every Biafran, you must have to prepare yourself. Call your parents in Biafra land. Call your brothers and sisters and your friends. They should prepare for what is coming. They should prepare for what is coming. Do not relent in your preparation. Do not relent in your effort. Do not put your hope on any political promises. We have seen promises for a very long time. We have seen statements for a very long time. We have seen so many statements, so many promises. It doesn't matter how they try to do it. It doesn't matter their plan, their propaganda. They can never, ever stop the moving train. The only solution, as Simon Ekpa have given them the open check. Our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, have given them an open check. Those of them that are looking for a cheap way of solution, you don't want to fight a war. You don't want to fight for your people. You don't want to engage the enemy. You don't want to take a drastic action. Now, that simple exit you are looking for, Master Simon Ekpa have opened that door wide for you. You were looking for a shortcut. He has now opened that door for you. It's led for you. Every single one of you that is talking trash, holding one material, including the obedience, all these obedient who want the election and want this, the shortcut have been opened. You don't need to bother yourself anymore attacking the autopilot. You don't need to bother yourself attacking Mazen Simon Ekpa. Just march to Abuja. Bring Mazen Nandekano out. So many of you have confessed that if Mazen Nandekano is outside, your election will hold. So many of you have been saying it. So many of you have been confessing and say that if Mazen Nandekano come out, that you conduct election, that if it was Mazen Nandekano, it will not be like this. If it was not that, you say you wish that it's Mazen Nandekano. Now, the opportunity has come. Since you have been on a guesswork, now our spokesperson, Mazen Simon Ekpa, have made it categorically clear that as soon as Mazen Nandekano surfaces in a free world, in a free break, cold water. Cool water. So, the ball is in your court. Let's watch and chill. But you know the people we are dealing with, these are fraudsters. All these people we are dealing with, they are fraudsters. complete fraudsters that you can never ever trust at any point in time. Trusting them is like giving your life to your enemy. Let's watch and see. Just about a few days, 3 days or so, 3-4 days, then you see the result. You see how evil and how false, how they are. You see how they are lying tongues, deceitful tongues. You see the result of it. But I thank Chukwu Kokari on that. We are standing on the rock. We are standing on the rock, undeterred, unchanged, unbribable. Gone are the days when you peddle your lies and propaganda and do your shaking and do your bribery. Today, the worst thing that has happened to them that made them to begin to speak is that today, there is nobody to bribe. Today, there is no, it is not like when you have your Department of Sabotua. Master Simon Epa sacked them, and today they are irrelevant. The Department of Sabotua is irrelevant. There is nobody to bribe anywhere, nobody to give any money. And they have seen it very, very clear. It's not like before. When they go behind, they collect money and begin to talk otherwise. We are consistency personified. We are that IPOB that Mazen Nane kind of talked about. The very IPOB that Chukwu Okikaro handed over to Mazen Nane that are pure, white and whiter than white. Consistency personified. They are in charge. And I tell you, Biafra is coming 2023. Biafra is coming in this 2023. If you are still doubting, I'm sorry. I wonder where you are coming from. If you are still doubting, I wonder the planet where you live or where you're coming from. But as long as you are a genuine Biafran with conscience in you, there's no need to doubt. You need to be preparing yourself to move into Biafra. You need to be preparing yourself and gearing up. That very celebration that Mazen Nane talked about, that we dance on the streets and people will think that we are mad, is about to happen. If you are alive to see this year, you are lucky. You are going to see Biafra, for sure. You will see Biafra. The challenge has been thrown open. But even in this critical situation, where challenge has been thrown open, you see, sometimes I begin to wonder, there are people who their brain is dead. And we don't pay attention to those who their brain is dead. Our concern today is the Biafran people. It is unbelievable to see that there are people who are still carrying video of years ago. Forceful video of propaganda of years ago. Some people just bring it and they are sharing in their WhatsApp group or whatever. Only a madman. There is no genuine Biafran agitator that will see those videos and think twice. No genuine Biafran that is following agitation will see those things. The only people that they will see it is all this, they are stupid, obedient fools who are deceiving themselves. They are the people that are going to convince. Who cares about them? Who cares? They are even lucky that we are building a ground for them to fall onto, because they will definitely fall. They will definitely fall. But they are lucky because they have brothers who is putting a ground where they will fall. At least they have a balance. For those who will have a balance. They are the people that will deceive on the forceful video. I tell every genuine Biafra, if somebody sends you a video of 1 minute, 30 seconds, 2 minutes, that Master Simon ever said, tell the person to give you the full detail of the video. Give you the full video for you to watch and reach conclusion. That is how sensible people do. When somebody cut out a video 2 minutes, 3 minutes, tell the person to give you the full content of the video. This is a blackmail that is dead long time ago. They try to reverse it back. To touch those. It's obedient. It's mainly these obedient idiots. Because every single one of them built the Department of Sabotua, they are all getting off for the election. The only people that stand out is the autopolitical IPOB. We have been standing our ground from the day one up to today that there will be an election. And there will be. We are not just saying it. We are making a heavy preparation towards that. And Master Simon said it, that when the people who are going to hold Biafran land come out, you'll be fighting the wrong people all this while. When the Biafran army will fall out, you will know that you've been fighting the wrong people all this while. Mazen Nane made similar statement. He said he formed the ESN, that the ESN is just a security outfit, that when he's going to unleash the Biafran army, the whole world we know that yes, we have come. And I tell you, at the declaration of Biafra, Biafra land will be defended. No fly zone will be imposed. You cannot use our sea, you cannot use our air, neither will it come to the land. And that moment is fast approaching. We are counting days, about 47 days to go. Our countdown continues. The ball is in the court. As it stands today, the only man that can effect change, the only man that can effect change, if possible, is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And I tell you, anybody, if these politicians, if they know what is coming, if they sincerely love the Biafran people and they care about their own people, this is the last opportunity that they have. Our spokesperson, Mazen Simon Ekpa, have warned before now that a time will come when you release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, I will not give you a lesson here. That time is almost here, but they were lucky for Mazen Simon Ekpa to open another door. That time have come, but Mazen Simon Ekpa decided to open another door to show that his intention is not to cause chaos, to show that his major desire is to secure Biafran people and make sure that every life is safe, to show that he's not just fermenting trouble, he's not just creating chaos, he's not just speaking because he wants to speak, he's not just to make himself relevant, he's not trying to command anybody, to show the whole world that his mindset is not like what they are talking about, that his only desire is to secure his region, to make sure they have a genuine and legitimate life to live, to make sure that lives and properties are saved. That is our mission. It has never, at any point in time, been our mission to take the life of innocent people, not even our visitors. And Mazen Simon Ekpa have nailed that by opening that door once again. If the politicians are sensible, they have to grab that opportunity. They have to run to Abuja, do everything they can to make sure that they bring Mazen Nnamdi Kanu out and watch the situation change. That is the only starting point. Without the presence of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, I tell you, the zoo, what you're going to see, all these politicians, you still have the gods to have meeting. You still have time to run. A time will come when none of you will set eyes on each other, let alone having a meeting. A time will come when none of you can be able to sit in the same table, let alone having a meeting. That time is fast approaching. And there is nothing you can do about that. There is nothing you can do about that. The opportunities have been given. The door have been opened. If you mean well for Biafran people, if you are sincerely, if you have Biafran people at heart, you are a politician, you are a governor, you are a lawmaker, and you have Biafra at heart, this is the opportunity. Go ahead and grab it. Go ahead and grab it. Go to Abuja. Bring us Supreme Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Take him back to Biafra land, Afari Beko. Let him talk to us. Then and only then. Just as you all have said, you prefer his own regime. He can say stop. He can tell us to conduct election. He can say everywhere calm and you be calm. You confessed it by yourself. Since you know all this, what are you waiting for? Your fear was Simon Ekpa. Today, our spokesperson, Mazen Simon Ekpa, has hands off. And he said, as soon as Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is out, I will remain calm. So, what excuse do you have to give again? What other excuse do you have? But of course, we know that these people are a bunch of pretenders, bunch of criminals, people who only interest is their belly, people who only interest is to protect themselves, people who only interest is to make sure they demonize the people. But are we going to stop? Of course we cannot stop. We cannot stop. We cannot stop. No matter what they do, we can't stop. Are they going to stop us? They can never stop us. They can't stop us. Mazen Simon Ekpa is doing what he has to do. He has done every necessary that has to be done. He has created the awareness. He has given, just like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. During the time of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, in his own regime, in his presence, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu gave them many open check. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu gave many opportunities and they abused it. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu gave this same elite, these same criminals that call themselves elites in Biafra, Mazen Nandekano gave them several opportunities to make things right, but they dashed it. Several opportunities, they dashed it. Each time he make agreement with them, either they come to kill him or they will reveal it to the enemy. Mazen Nandekano held meeting with the Middle Belt, held meeting with the Oduduwa people, held meeting with Johannes Nibo. It was only the Johannes Nibo that came out to the open to expose what he discussed with them. Up to today, the discussion with Middle Belt was not revealed. Up to today, the discussion of Mazen Nandekano with Oduduwa people was not revealed. But the discussion he made with Johannes Nibo, immediately after that very discussion, they came out to make a press statement. Something that was supposed to be secret. These people cannot be trusted. And we don't trust them. Everything we are doing today is to just make sure that the world is hearing our voice. That is what is. When the hawk carry the chicken will be crying. The chicken is not crying that the hawk will leave her. The chicken is not crying that the hawk will leave it, but because he wants the whole world to hear his voice, like he cried when he was being taken. So, this opportunity we are giving them is for the world to see and know that we said it. We gave them the whole opportunity. Every medium was exhausted, just like our eternal leader Dimodu. Our eternal leader Dimodu still, he told them that if anybody have any means, any political means through which you can solve this problem without a war, come forth. I am ready. Our eternal leader, in his speech in 1967, said it. That he said, anybody who has a solution to this problem, political solution, without shedding of blood, come out. We are good to go. But they didn't. They brought death upon us. They took the life of 5 million people. 5 million Biafrans lost their life because we are fighting for a genuine cause. Lost their life because they want to have a nation of their own. Children were killed. Mothers were killed. Women were murdered. We were starved to death. So many people that died during the war wasn't because of the bullets. Many died out of hunger. And they took away everything we had and gave everybody 20 pounds. It doesn't matter the amount you have in the bank. You are only entitled to 20 pounds. But as Chukwu will have it today, the same people they gave 20 pounds are still the people controlling the economy today. That same people who everything they had was taken away and we are given only 20 pounds today, they are in charge of everything. The economy is in their hand and you can't bear it. You can't beat it. The same time is coming. That is why most time when we talk, we advise Biafran people. The advice has come, but some of us don't pay attention to advice. That no Biafran man should depend on the Nigerian bank. If you have money in Nigerian bank, please get your money, transfer into hard currency and save it. You can save your money in crypto. Put your money in hard currency. You can use the money, buy a property in Biafra land. Use the money, buy a property in Biafra land. Every information we are given is to make sure that we reduce the damages. We reduce the collateral damage. Because a lot of things are going to be destroyed. A lot of businesses will be destroyed. A lot of people are going to lose a lot of things. But we are trying as much as possible to reduce the collateral damage. And the only way you can succeed in this is for you listening, paying attention. When you hear a word, you pay attention to it. This issue of leaving money in the bank, long time ago, early last year, somebody called me and told me about it. It was a revelation. A pastor called me to speak about it on my program early last year. That Biafrans should not depend on the bank of the zoo. Every Biafran should minimize the money they keep in the bank. Don't keep your money in Nigerian bank. You can keep your money abroad. Store your money in foreign currency or buy properties. And today, that same thing is repeated. Our spokesperson tweeted about it. And that is where we are today. You have to remember, we have gone this road before. That is why I tell you that 1967 and 2023 is not the same and can never ever be the same. In this one coming, we are prepared, very much prepared. The only people that we fall victim, you see these idiots who call themselves one Nigerian and obedient. They take us for a joke. They take us for a joke. When you give an instruction, they will take it for a joke. They don't know what is coming. They are the only people that will fall victim. But people who are paying attention to the time and instruction, none of them will be disappointed. None of us will fall victim. I have always said it on my program that pay attention to every information that comes from our spokesperson, Master Simon Eber. Whatever you hear from his mouth, take it serious. Even when he is joking, it doesn't matter. Even if he's joking, whatever he says in his mouth, take it serious. Take it very, very serious. It's not a joke. The only people that are going to fall victim are those who are taking our words for granted. Just like when you hear sit at home. If you hear sit at home, they will come and tell you, don't sit at home. They didn't give you order. The same people that told you not to sit at home, you see, they are the same people who comes after you to take your life. Confessions have come from different angles. The last sit at 5 days sit at home, you saw what happened. Confessions were coming from right, left, and center. The people who were enforcing. How they get involved. They deceive you and tell you nothing will happen. And you believe them. You came out and you lost your life. We are moving forward. And there is nothing any man can do to make us stop. Every information we are passing today is to make sure that as many lives as possible is saved. To reduce the collateral damage to the minimum. If you pay attention to the world, you'll be safe. You'll be in Biafra land. But if you remain adamant and you take our word for a joke, you will live to regret it and your blood will be on your head. Whatever happened to you, you'll be responsible for it. You will be absolutely responsible for whatever happens to you. But for we Biafrans, we are good to go. We are good to go. And there's nothing anybody can. You can't change it. You can't. Stop trying. You better stop trying. We are good to go. In this very one, we are prepared. 2023, we are prepared to go home. It's not like 1967 where we were forced into a war. Where our eternity said that our soldiers were fighting reluctantly. It became compulsory that they must defend themselves or else they perish. They were fighting reluctantly. Unlike this one. In this very 2023, we are not fighting reluctantly. We are fighting because it has become something that is mandatory that we must do. And that is why you see Biafrans coming out to support the ESN fundraising. Each time you hear fundraising, you see Biafrans coming out from all angles. And that is the right thing to do. We must raise funds for our freedom to secure our land. We must. We don't have any government sponsoring us. We don't have anybody that's sponsoring the freedom. It is you and I that is sponsoring our freedom. We will do it by ourselves. So that tomorrow nobody's going to take glory. Just as Mazen Nanekano said, that our freedom will come in such a way that no man will take the glory. There are certain times when I remember, most times when I remember the words of Mazen Nanekano, I smile and my energy increases. Because Mazen Nanekano have laid a very strong foundation. Very, very strong foundation. And we are blessed in such a way that Mazen Nanekano also handed over, anointed somebody who can see deeply just like himself. Somebody who can see deep, even deeper. Somebody who is very, very consistent and unbribable. Committed to the cause of Biafra. Willing to sacrifice everything, just like Mazen Nanekano. You can see today, Mazen Simon Epa. Somebody who has a law firm in Finland, doing very well, a politician. He has everything at his disposal. He has his family. The money is there. What are you going to think about? Why is he going to be bothering himself? But he kept everything aside. Kept his career on the line. Took everything, put them on the line, and then he focused on making sure that we actualize our freedom. And that is what people who are genuine do. Not people who are hiding, faceless people who we don't know. Faceless people. Not faceless people that even when you see them, you begin to wonder, are these the people that are giving you hope of Biafra? When you see all these faceless people who claim to be the Department of Saboteurs, when you see the department, you know that they are really saboteurs. These are people you can buy with as small as 100,000. People you can bribe with as little as 100,000 naira, let alone a million. When you begin to, when they show you the pictures of these people who are shouting and claiming to be whatever, you'll be wondering. I thank Chukwu Kabiama for how far we have gone. Formerly, when you hear them, they call it big name, so powerful. When you hear him powerful, you think he's one huge man, one responsible, educated man somewhere. You don't know that it is one. You don't know that it is one. How do I describe him? One saboteur, one mechanic saboteur on one angle. Somebody you can buy with 100,000, and you bring mouth and begin to insult Master Samuel. You open mouth and say Master Samuel is a small boy. He doesn't have, who knows him? He is Mr. Nobody. Today, Mr. Nobody has become Mr. Somebody. Mr. Nobody has become the talk of the town. Mr. Nobody has become the only voice speaking for Biafra. And there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. Chukwu Okike Abiama, who gave us Biafra, will stand with us, will lead us, until we get to that promised land. No man born of a woman can take it away from us. As long as we are following the mandate of Chukwu Okike Abiama, remember the word of Mazen Nandekan, you must put Chukwu Okike Abiama first. Do not put your mind or your hope in any fetish thing. Do not put your mind. As long as Chukwu Okike Abiama leads us, we will never lose. Mana, remember, onye buru chi ụzọ, ọgbagbuo onwe ya n'ọsọ. Always remember that. That is why you must put God first. You must put God first, because onye buru chi ụzọ, ọgbagbuo onwe ya n'ọsọ. As long as we use God as our foundation, nothing any man can do. They have no choice. The enemy have no choice but to bow, just as they are bowing now. A lot of things are going to happen. A lot of things are going to happen. It has become very, very clear and defined today. Those who are fighting for Biafra and those who are not. It is no longer a mayor here. It's not a problem. That's why we don't talk about certain things. There's certain video you see, you don't even comment about it. You don't pay attention to nonsense. This is not the time to pay attention to idiots. This is not the time. Our focus today is Biafran people, the genuine Biafrans, to make sure they get the right information and stay safe. That is the major aim of the auto-piloted IPOB under the spokesmanship of Master Simon Ekpa, to make sure that Biafrans are safe, getting the right information. And that is more of the reason why he opened another door. If there is anything that will be done to make sure that no Biafran life is lost, I bet you Master Simon Ekpa is going to do it. If there is anything that will be done to secure the freedom of Biafran people without shedding of blood, that will be done to make sure that every Biafran life is secured and safe, Master Simon Ekpa will do it. I can assure you that 101%. But since they have left us without any other choice, we are trying as much as possible to save as many people as possible while we give an open door for other opportunities. That is why Master Simon Ekpa will tell you, we have so many plans. We have plan A to Z, not plan A and B, plan A to Z. So whichever one they choose, we follow them with it. Whichever one they bring, we are good to go. Before they get there, we will be there before them, waiting for them. Before they even unveil the plan, we will go ahead of them and wait. When they reveal it, then we'll not, okay, just be coming. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa. He is doing a marvelous work. Don't pay attention to nonsense. Include auto-piloted members. You don't respond to idiots this time. There's no need to respond to forgotten people. Sometimes when you respond to forgotten people, you are only making people to remember them. They have remembered, just like that video they are sharing. This was a video that have been squashed for a long time when they were pushing their propaganda. When they were pushing their propaganda, that was when they went and cut that video. They cut it. So if anybody talks about, just tell the person to go, tell the person that sent him or her that video to go give him the full interview. Give him the full video. So let the person listen by him or herself and judge. Since that person is an animal, since you are animal, since your brain is, you are so daft that even at this present time, when the zoo is running helter-skelter begging, when the zoo is on their knee begging, you are still there talking trash. If Master Simon Ekpa is working with the zoo, will they be begging? If he's working with the zoo, will they be having the pressure they're having today? If he's working with you, will it be their problem? Will they count him as one of the major problems they have if they are under his control? If they are controlling him, will they still be mentioning his name as the major problem they have? But go to all their conventional media. Go to all their conventional media. All their topic is that the major problem that they have is Master Simon Ekpa. And that was why he came out yesterday to give them assurance. Get Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out and you have your wish. As simple as that. Open challenge. That is to show you how liberal he is also. Since I am the fear, since I am the one you're afraid of, okay, get Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out. I have my words. So let us watch and see from now to the 22nd. But you know, they think they are playing with fire. They think they can confuse us. They can distract us with all their useless dancing. No, you can't distract any Biafran. We have come a long way. There is no trick we have not seen. No blackmail we have not seen. No propaganda we have not seen. And none of them is going to work at this present time. None of them is going to work. None of them is going to work. At this present situation, no amount of blackmail propaganda will work. We have crossed the Rubicon. It is now you understand that language. That we have crossed the Rubicon. We have reached the land of no return, and there is no going back. The earlier they begin to put that into their skull, the better for them. There is no going back anywhere. We will never go back in our war. We will continue to fight this battle until we win. And we must win. We must win. We will fight this battle until we get our winning. And we must win. It doesn't matter what anybody has to say. Their blackmail and propaganda is dead on arrival. Who cares? Who cares? What matters to every Biafran today is our freedom. That is where we are focused, pursuing it. And in 2023, it will not exceed 2023. Whether good or bad, whether black or white, however it will be, is in this 2023. And they know it very well. They can see it and they see it clear. It is unlike before. They can see the handwriting on the wall. So, the open challenge is there. They should take the challenge. Both the obedient and the one Nigerian is. That's the open challenge. You want to conduct your election, you want to do what you like. You said, you confessed by yourself, and you said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if he was the person, that he would treat you differently. Now, go and bring him out and let him treat you that way you want him to treat you. As simple as that. You have been praying in all different platforms, campaigning and say, if it was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, including using the videos of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they say, Biafra land should be calm. Biafra land should be. This is the opportunity to make Biafra land calm. Our spokesperson, Mazi Simon, has given his words. Make Biafra land calm. Bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out from now till 22nd. Let's watch and see what is going to be the outcome. But we know we are dealing with monsters. They will never change. And we are not waiting for them. We are moving ahead. Every Biafran in Biafra land, prepare yourself for what is coming. Do not lose your guard. Do not lose your guard. Continue to make your preparation the same way you've been making your preparation. Double your preparation. Double your effort. Begin to put yourself in order. Every sit at home, when you hear it, please sit your butt at home. Each time you hear sit at home, there's no point to look for anybody to confirm it for you. That is why you must be on social media. Follow all the autopilot platforms. Follow Master Simon Ekpa on Twitter and retweet every of his tweets. He is tweeting almost every minute. Information is coming. Follow him on Twitter and follow all the broadcasts. You will never be left behind. And I tell you, you will not be taken unawares. Prepare yourself for what is coming. The evil days is ahead. Something bigger is coming. And as you're watching, I tell you, what you don't know is bigger than you. But Chukwu Okike Abiama is going to keep every genuine Biafran alive. We will overcome. Do not be afraid. Anyone carry if I could. I carry Ogo I could, and I am where. So don't get worried. Don't trouble yourself. Just pay attention and do your own part. If it is financing the ESN, try as much as you can to pay that your widow's mite to put it there. It is going to go a long way. If you are the ones engaged in the radical evangelism, go ahead with it. Share videos. When you enter a video, like and share. Share and make sure you can even cut it out and give to people. Share and let people get the information. The people who are in charge of the flyers in Biafra land, continue to paste that flyer. Remember, it's a continuous process. Continue to change every poster of the politicians. Change it with the Biafra referendum, Freemason land they can. Continue to do it. If you want to sponsor it, put a call across. Sponsor the flyer. All these things are what we're supposed to do. We do it within ourselves, and we are equal to the task. I appreciate everybody that have been on this very broadcast today. I thank you for the effort. Thank you for your time that you have given me. From the beginning of this very broadcast up to this now, I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every one of you. I appreciate everyone that have participated on this very broadcast. Please, if you are here for the very first time, do subscribe and click the notification bell so that each time I come online, you will be among the first to get the notification and you will join. If you are coming for the first time, kindly click that notification bell, subscribe so that you get notification each time I come online. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every Biafran, every Oduduwan, every Middle Belter, anybody that is genuinely seeking for freedom. We shall all be free in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiama. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect our ESN. Our ESN. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect them. Secure them, give them wisdom. Continue to protect them. No weapon of the enemy will penetrate them. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect Sunday Igboho and Professor Akintoye. Give them more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to continue to fight on until they get the freedom. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect the Umuada who are doing their own part in their own way. Guide them, protect them, and secure them. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Wherever he goes, may the army of Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect him. May Chukwu Okike Abiama build a wall of fire around him. No evil shall penetrate him. We commit our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, into the hand of Chukwu Okike Abiama. As Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to join us very soon, may Chukwu Okike Abiama protect him and secure him. Every poison that is injected into his body, may Chukwu Okike Abiama remove it and neutralize it. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Secure him, guide him, protect him, continue to keep him for us. And very, very soon, he is going to join us. He will definitely join us. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. We shall be victorious. I appreciate everybody who has joined on this very broadcast today up to this time. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect you. As you have participated in this program, you are definitely going to see Biafra. You will see Biafra, and no evil shall befall you. Thank you so much for joining. Stay blessed. I will see you again tomorrow, same time by the special, so that you'll not be left aside. Thank you so much, and stay safe.